What's up, YouTube? If you're watching this right now, you most likely missed the Twitch stream. First and foremost, subscribe to the channel right now. You know what I'm saying? It only takes 3 seconds. And in the description will be the Twitch. Come over there and drop me a follow, man. I hope y'all enjoy the video. These are literally my favorite type of videos, bro. Rules of modern dating and understanding women. It's complicated. No, literally, it's complicated.
As a man, you always have a burden of performance. This is why most homeless people are men, not women. You always, when you don't have the burden of performance, this is why more people who take their own lives are men as opposed to women. As a man, you always have a burden of performance. No one is coming to save you. Now, often no one's coming to save women also, but there is this thing with women where it's like, if you're an attractive woman, there kind of is a dude or a line of dudes that are like, I would absolutely be willing to take care of you.
Facts.
Whereas for me, I don't have big boobies.
Or fat body. The opinions captured in these videos do not necessarily reflect the views of the creators. Get it?
When it comes to relationships, what does it mean when people say that men have a masculine burden of performance?
I think they do.
Can I answer the question first before everybody starts talking? A masculine burden of what? Performance? I think that means that more is required for a man, and if a man doesn't have more, then they're frowned upon because they don't have more. But for a woman, they expect to have less but be given more. Yeah. So if a man doesn't have, he's no good. No.
I think that is the man's job to, provide, protect. It's not necessarily a burden, but kind of a responsibility I think that men are born into.
The societal standards of that are put on men of like they need to be tough, they can't cry, and they have to be like the protectors.
Is that burden something men choose or something society forces on them?
I think that is what men choose by being a man because you're masculine and you have the strength.
I think that's what men choose by being a man. So we had the choice to choose our gender. I mean, nowadays you could, but you know what I'm saying. We chose to be born with a penis. Like while we was in the womb, there was like 2 options right here, and we just tapped the one that said penis. Like what? Come on.
I think that is what men choose by being a man because you're masculine and you have the strength and you have the power and you should be the leader.
I think in some cases you could say that it's forced on them, but I think that in 2025 there's 2 ways to look at it. You can find a relationship if you look in the right places where you don't need that burden and where things are split in a more 50-50 sense. And there are also going to be relationships a lot of the time where people...
bro, I don't even think it has to be 50-50. Like, bro, some days I do 50-50. Some days me and my girl do 80-20, 70-30, 5-90, 5-99, 1. You know what I'm saying, bro? I just think that it's the woman that's always 100-0 and they're the 0. You know what I'm saying? You gotta run from them.
Expect a certain level of continuity between from a man, expecting him to do things that have been expected for a very long time.
It can be a mixture of both, but I think it's more like the pressure from like the fathers of like that's how they were raised, and it's like a societal.
Bro, I never understood that though. Why in the hell? Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
And like generational pressure.
At what point does this responsibility stop being noble and start feeling like exploitation?
When it's repeatedly not asked for, but like you gotta pay for everything. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. That's when it. Like, bro, I keep repeating it in the videos, bro. If a man loves you genuinely, he will do it without. Like, it's just because he loves you, bro. You know what I'm saying? If we pull up to a fancy restaurant, nigga, you paying. Then it's like, nigga, now I don't want to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if he genuinely loves you, he was already paying before he told you get dressed. You know what I'm saying?
I think to the point of when women are using and abusing it.
Exactly,
right?
like forcing it down.
Women are like, oh, you're a man, so pay all my bills and take care of me 100%.
Good job, Drake Bell.
But then I'm just using you for that instead of an actual intimate relationship.
Can a man reject this burden? And if not, what does that say about his freedom?
All right, so typically, like, you know what I'm saying, in the woman's mind, no, they can't. And if he does reject it, he's sassy, he's broke, he's a bitch, he's a female, he's on his period. Like, it's a bunch of things, bro, because they can't take a no or a responsibility.
So a man can reject this burden. However,
I don't think so, bro.
It might not play well for him in the sexual marketplace.
A man can reject it, but he's not a real man.
What does
Oh, he's asking the right question.
that do to his dating options and why?
It makes him very slim.
Why do you think she's on the Vegas Strip at 11:30 at night, chat? Why? Be for real. Answer the question. Why do you think she is, bro? Why do you think she is, bro? 36-year-old woman, 11:30 at night on the Vegas Strip, bro. Trying to find a man. Why you think, chat? Why you think?
Because he's not a real man.
Because of the
Options and why?
It makes him very slim. Because he's not a real man.
But you literally didn't answer his
Him
question.
in the sexual marketplace.
A man can reject it, but he's not a real man.
What does that do to his dating options and why?
Oh,
It
okay.
makes
She
him
didn't
very
answer it. I heard the question wrong.
Slim. Because he's not a real man.
because of the
Explain real
societal
man.
norm, there's consequences to that. Of like maybe getting a partner is more difficult because they're looking for someone
Agreed.
that holds like
Agreed.
the masculine standard. But I don't think there's any necessarily like huge consequences for breaking the norm.
I personally have a career of my own, and
We're gonna act
certainly
like we didn't
happy
hear a fumble the word.
to contribute. But to some degree, I think every woman wants to be taken care of by a man.
It lowers his chances of getting the woman he wants because he's not meeting expectations.
How can women say that masculinity is toxic at the same time they want men to perform?
Oh gosh.
Clock your T.
I think it's confusion.
There's a fine line. So I think like in this society, we've kind of lost a little bit of it, but there's a fine line of being taken care of and being a provider to your family, and it kind of exploiting that.
Do you think that women have the privilege of being more picky because they have more options?
Yes, definitely.
So if men had
Yeah.
more dating options than women, wouldn't it be women who had a burden of performance instead of men?
Absolutely.
So why aren't we shaming the women to step up instead of men?
I feel like women are shamed, just not as much as men are.
Why don't women have a burden of
I don't want to hear her talk, bro. Because we're women. Like, we shouldn't have to do anything. Like, nigga, change my tire, nigga. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? Nigga, send me $1,000 right now, nigga. You think this hair and nails and makeup is cheap? The fuck is wrong with you, boy?
performance to become better partners if they don't want to be viewed as a mere sexual object?
I think we like sexuality, and we are objects. We're all objects.
What the fuck? She is not a real human being. This motherfucker is not real. Remember that girl on the plane? That shit is not real. She just said they're objects. She said everybody's objects.
I think we like sexuality, and we are objects. We're all objects. And just...
Ooh, I just got a fire. Yo, this video is gonna be titled "Women Are Objects?" ?
Take your role and go with it.
How would you feel if society expected women to always pay for men, open doors, and protect them physically, not as a choice but as a duty? Would that still feel like romance or feel like an unfair burden placed on women?
I feel like
gonna say-
we need the men to do that.
Why?
For security.
Why is it not an unfair burden when that's placed on men?
Because that's the roles. It's gender roles. I give you the pussy and you open the doors.
Oh my god, bro. See, yo, pussy's not a prize, bro. Oh my god, bro. I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not, gang. Especially you, I know your shit not good, bro. Cause you a 36-year-old on the Vegas Strip at 11:30 at night, grandma. Go to bed, bro. What? Bro. Pussy is never that good. It's never that good. She just said women are objects and that she gives pussy for niggas who hold doors open for her. Okay, bro. Alright, bro.
Do we assume that performing
Oh, God, please don't have
makes
an accent. Please
men
don't have an accent.
more
Please don't have an
respected or more replaceable?
I'd say more respected.
If men stopped performing, would society collapse or would it simply adapt?
No, I think they would adapt, but it would certainly have it.
She's the type of girl that you throw that and then get mad when she don't want. What? She the type of girl that throw. Oh, okay, yeah. So she like on some Wade shit. Alley put a bra and Mr. Dunk. She gonna think you cheating because you didn't fuck her that day. Yo, what a bot. Oh, that's the definition of a bot, bro. That is the definition of a bot, bro.
A pretty drastic collapse. Not all the way through, but significant for sure.
I think like maybe women would step up, or like there'd be a few of like, I think everything's changing in the world, so I think if you break that norm, it'd change.
Why then are so many women complaining about being forced to step up and take on more masculine roles?
I think that's tough. I think that's maybe just like the generational being
great
told they
question.
can't step
I like
up,
her.
or they're
She's
feeling
chill.
weaker. But I think there's plenty of women that have stepped up.
Think about just the infrastructure right here. We're in Las Vegas, right? The vast majority of the guys people who built this are men, right? A lot of men are controlling the world and providing a sense of structure in their homes in this world. Society would be in a very strong state of chaos if men were to be removed.
Why do you think a man's value is often tied to
Yeah.
what he does instead of who he is?
Oh my God, that's a great question. That is a great question.
I think those two are intertwined. What you do is part of who you are.
A lot of times I
No,
feel like
no,
guys.
no, 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 no. Me making you laugh and my pockets is two different things, bro.
Present themselves as this is my job and this is what I do and this is like that's like their selling point from themselves. So like surface level you don't get past.
If a man stops performing, stops providing, competing, or achieving, what happens to how people see him?
He's held at like a lower value.
You lame ass nigga, just say it.
He's a bum.
So do you think men perform for women's approval or for their own sense of identity?
I would hope it was for their own sense, but I feel like their dick rules their mind, so it's for the women.
You just said bro. Yo, chat, please do not get mad. I'm going to mute her every time she talks. I promise you, next time she come, I'm pressing the mute button, bro. 36-year-old on the Vegas Strip at 11:30 at night. By this time, it's probably like 11:45 with makeup on. It's rubbing off. She just applied the lip gloss before the nigga turned the camera on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Let's be real.
So what's the difference between a masculine burden of performance and happy wife, happy life?
There's no difference.
Well, then how do you
Just
address
came off a cigarette, bro.
women's sense of entitlement without first addressing men's sense of obligation?
Hey, it's our roles. I'm entitled and you're obligated.
Oh my goodness, bro. Yo. Nah, okay, bro. Next time I'm actually pressing it, bro. You see this smile? Hold on. Let me screenshot it right now. She talked like she literally put herself pussy on a pedestal. Oh my, yes, bro. That's the perfect way to put it, bro. She put her pussy on a pedestal. Nigga, I could find a woman I bet her right here, wash blue jeans right here. Yup, I know her pussy better than yours. Clock your teeth, bitch. Like, come on, bro. And this what I be saying about women, bro. Women do things because they feel like they have to do it, bro. Nigga, a woman, logic doesn't exist, bro. She's saying that she does that because she feels like a woman has to do it. If you truly don't feel like you have to do it, why are you doing it? Bro, if a guy does something to a girl and then she goes and tell her friends, and then she's pretty chill about it, and her friends like, oh, can never be me, cause and then the girl gets mad because her friend is making her feel like she should be mad whole time she not mad, bro. You have like, where's the logic at? You're mad? You're doing that because you feel like you have to. You don't have to do it. You don't have to feel like anything, bro. It's okay to stick out from the norm, bro. She's literally saying, bro, she's doing that because she feels like women have to do it, bro. No logic behind it. She has no reasoning, but because she feels like women have to do it. Like, your pussy can be the best in the world, but if your attitude not up to par, I'm not dealing with it. And that's facts. Clock that T, bitch. Yo.
It is what it is.
Is society built on men's sacrifices or does society take those sacrifices for granted?
I think right now they're taken for granted because I think it's just like almost the masculinity isn't looked at as such a positive thing right now.
Do you think men perform for women's approval or for their own sense of identity?
I'd hope it's their own sense of identity.
Yeah, you said the same thing. She said the same thing.
Ultimately, it is for their own personal kind of growth and whatnot. But
you kind
can't
of
be. I'd be definitely lying to you if I said that women's.
Yeah, you kind of gotta adjust with it too. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously it's for yourself, but you gotta just like, you know what I'm saying, tweak it a little bit just to, so you know what I'm saying, you could match up to what a woman's expectations are.
These are not something that influences us.
What happens to a man that fails to perform? Does society empathize or discard him?
They discard him.
I think sadly discard it.
They discard. Yeah, exactly. Yo, I like her, bro. Cause if a nigga say he don't make 100K, you blocking him right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? You not, oh, wow, how much do you make now? Okay, let's see if we can work together and we'll climb up the top. No, bro, they just, you know what I'm saying? They just want to get up there with you.
They discard them. That is just the harsh reality.
Yo, CJ, can we go to this Vegas strip, bro? We got to, bro. We got to, bro. Yo, the nigga would have to, yo, I would get so many words out, bro, that you know how he switches into different clips with different people? Nigga, this whole 14 seconds, bro, would be me, bro. The whole time, this whole 18 minutes and 14 seconds will be me talking, bro. I kid you not.
Of the world, right? So I think as a man, it's really just perform or not. And yeah, if you're not performing, if you're not providing, doing X, Y, and Z, you're going to be discarded. So if you want to be a winner, if you want to, want to have a girlfriend, X, Y, and Z, you got to perform.
So how does the pressure to perform affect men's mental health or identity?
Probably in a very negative way.
Exactly. And then
I'll be honest, probably in a very negative way.
It.
However, it's just like you're a man. It's like put up with it, learn,
get
grow, become better,
goofy ass out of the shop,
fail.
bro. This some real nigga shit, bro. Y'all niggas don't get no bitches, so y'all niggas can't even speak on this shit for real, bro. Lame ass niggas walking through that shit, bro. Okay, not him. He got a Patriots jersey on, so I kind of fuck with you. But this lame ass nigga right here, nigga, who even put their glasses up like this anymore, bro? Who does that anymore? Lame ass nigga, bro. All up in the shop, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Or fail.
Lame ass nigga.
Yeah, it's very significant, and I think the vast majority of depression cases are based on that.
Well, I know men have the highest rate of suicide. So
why are we filtering out that word, bro? It's a thing. Like, even though it's sad, it's a thing, bro. Like, can we stop trying to hide shit, bro? Nigga, it's a word, bro. Oh my god, I guess me so tired.
There's like a lot of pressure on men to perform correctly.
If women are loved for being,
like,
and men
even if you say unalive, nigga, it's the same thing. It's the same result, bro. It's the same actions, bro. Like, come on. Yes, it's a horrible thing, but it happens, bro. It's a real thing. We can't just like try to erase it.
Are loved for doing. Is that a fair arrangement?
I think that is the way the world has been for many years. I don't know.
If you're a man and broke, nobody's gonna look at you. If you're a woman and broke, a man is out there willing to help you. Yeah. That is facts, bro. Yep, I got nothing to say. That's facts.
If I can say it's fair, but it's just what has been the case.
That's why they always say a rich man is more likely to date a not so rich woman than a rich woman willing to date a man who's not up to her financial status.
This expectation shape men's relationships.
But when I promise you, bro, like 90% of niggas, bro, if their girl is richer than them, bro, all they want is a setup and some shoes, bro. Nigga, I promise you, bro, that man won't even ask you for anything, bro. The only thing the nigga asks is for a setup and some shoes, gang.
Women, work, and themselves.
It's almost like
what would be their
expectation.
I don't know if I can say it's fair, but it's just what has been the case.
How does this expectation shape men's relationships with women, work, and themselves?
It's almost like, what would be the right word? Like, you do something for me, I do something for you, so it's more of like,
it's like a,
what would that word
transactional.
be? Yeah, transactional.
Does defining masculinity through performance trap men in a role they can never rest from?
I think it does, actually. And I think it does.
Oh, wait, hold on. So, go back to that point that she said, right? So, if you buy a... So hold on. So, if a nigga never buys a girl anything, she won't get no pussy. But if a nigga's not getting pussy, she still expects him to buy stuff. woman.
think it is the burden of the man to
Goofies?
take on that extra responsibility to
Fucking goofy.
take care of your woman, take care of those extra responsibilities, make sure that she's happy.
So once again, what's the difference between a masculine burden of performance and happy wife, happy life?
that
Yo, that nigga look like he
yeah.
just broke up with his girl, bro. That nigga crying. Is either that or he's fucking fried.
Are there cultures where men are valued for simply existing, or is this burden universal?
I feel like this is definitely more universal. I feel like across the whole world, most people would imagine that the men would be the person to be the provider, to be the protector, to be the head of the household kind of idea.
It's interesting. I think there are cultures where men are certainly given a higher sense of value, but in those cultures also I've seen that there is a greater responsibility for them to perform and provide.
Why do people praise men for being providers, but shame them for wanting appreciation?
Oh my god, look at her face. She's always gonna say some bullshit, bro. I swear I was gonna mute it. I just wanted to hear his question first, but it's a pretty good question, so I'm gonna let her talk.
I never shame a man for wanting appreciation.
I'm actually gonna end stream now. Yo, I'm being so dead ass, bro. I'm about to press stop streaming right now, bro. You believe that? Do you believe that? Let's be honest, gang. 36-year-old. It's about 12 right now. Makeup coming off. Just applied lip gloss. Fresh off of 2 cigarettes. On the Vegas Strip. And she's never shamed a man. Yo, I need a goofy. I need a fucking goofy laugh on this soundboard, bro.
Give my man appreciation every day, and you better ask him.
Pushing 50 years old, by the way.
Wanting appreciation. I give my man appreciation every day, and you better ask him.
Wait, alright, but see, that's the point I'm saying, bro. She's talking about giving him appreciation is giving him head. Nigga, there's way more to life than that white ass tongue that the microphone is blocking right now, so he can't even see it. There's way more to life than that. How about a babe, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate everything you do for me. You know what? This date, dinner's on me. Babe, you know what I'm saying? You've been doing a lot for me. I appreciate you. Here, the new J's, they're not even out yet. Here you go, babe. I love you. How about a babe? Look, I really appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You've been running around me all day. Here's $100. Go fill up your tank. This bitch talking about head. Dumbass.
Would society tolerate women being told that they have a feminine burden of performance?
I think inherently
They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, bro. They do. I promise you, women do not want to hear that shit, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean, yo, nigga? You supposed to be doing everything with me, nigga. All I gotta do is give you this stinky coochie.
know that. Maybe
I'm sorry. It's not all women, but you know what I'm saying. It's a joke, woman. Golly, I can't even come on, bro. I can't even take a joke. Can't even take a joke.
On PC to go out there and say that publicly, but inherently it is part of the culture, and I think they know that.
Why do people praise men for being providers, but shame them for wanting appreciation?
Yeah, I think it goes up
Because
to the idea.
it's kind of like a parent role for the women. Like nigga, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You're doing what you're supposed to do. So why would I ever? I'm not joking. Yo. 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 I'm crying, bro.
Yeah, that men shouldn't be outright asking for rewards. They should just be doing the hard work and naturally going out there and receiving it.
I think I gotta make
If
that
a man is
bigger, bro. That's
expected to
hilarious.
serve others, but can't question it, does that sound like duty or slavery?
Yeah.
Great question.
Sounds like slavery to me,
Ask-
man.
ask the scooter
Ultimately,
girl.
I do think the man has the ability to control his own destiny.
Ask the scooter
And he does
girl
not necessarily have to
that
conform
question,
to the
please.
standards of his environment, you always have the freedom of choice. You can move.
By the way, guys, scooter is a slur that me and my, actually, I'm not going to include them, that I made up. Me, Salient Relay, completely made up the word all by myself, scooter, but instead of a C, it's a K, and it's a slur, okay? It's not a good word, okay? It's a slur. So anytime I hear me say scooter, that's what I mean.
How would you describe a system that rewards men only if they never stop performing?
Well, I mean, that sounds a little bit tiresome, but I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of how life is. It's like it's one thing after another. There's never really a break. And hopefully, if you have the right people in your life, you're going to get that recognition, you're going to get that love, and you're going to get that care, and it's going to feel like it's worth it.
I compare it to a hamster wheel where you're constantly running on this thing. But ultimately, I do think
You don't know
that
what you're running towards.
there's a baseline in society where you can free yourself from the hamster wheel and you get more and more choice if you so choose to live that way.
That's a real way to look at it.
If freedom means the right to refuse servitude, do men actually have the freedom?
I think they have the freedom, but are they willing to take that freedom? I feel like so many people are stuck in their ways that it's scary to change from being an NPC.
Can duty and freedom coexist, or are they always in conflict?
No, duty and freedom cannot coexist, bro, because, like, I mean, to an extent, because at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to do what you gotta do, bro. It's like, the analogy that I was trying to come up with was like being a parent, right? Like, it's your duty to provide and like take care of your child, but I still feel like you could have some freedom. You know what I'm saying? You still go out with your girls, your boys, party. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, you still have the duty that's always gonna be right there on the forefront of your mind, because you have to fulfill the duty and take care of your child. That makes sense, right?
I think they're always in conflict.
Yes, but in this situation, I can see it always being in conflict, because it's like a duty is something that has to be fulfilled to like the T, right? And if you're not fulfilling it to the T, then it's kind of like there's issues in a relationship now. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really get the freedom to move around how you want to move because of the repercussions of not fulfilling your duty.
And you can see a lot of people here hate their jobs, but it is their duty to go out there and provide, take care of themselves.
Exactly, yeah.
Take care of their loved ones.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? The goal is to find ways where you can create more freedom.
Yeah, you can create freedom while doing your duty, so that way it's just like a better environment, like you enjoy it more. I agree with what he's saying.
In your life. You start off with a lot when you're young, and I think if you make the right decisions, you allow yourself more freedom.
What would masculinity look like without the burden of performance?
I don't know. I feel like how I look at masculinity is like the protector and the strong one. So like without performance, I wouldn't really know.
I don't think they could necessarily exist without each other. There's always some level of performance, and that burden of performance is what keeps you honest and moving forward.
Does rejecting the burden of performance make a man free or lost?
I think honestly, I would say lost. If you look at a lot of young men smoking, doing drugs, partying, once they find careers, once they find the right woman, and they find something that really keeps them going, I think that's what'll help them find meaning in their life.
Can men redefine what performance means on their own terms?
They can, but it can be hard. I think you have to recognize that we live in a society, and a lot of our inherent sense of worth comes from how we can help others in society.
Is masculinity about freedom or about responsibility?
I think right now in society, it's about responsibility.
Exactly.
So then how can men redefine what performance means on their own terms?
They can't.
Well, it's going to be a slow process. It wouldn't be like an overnight change, but it's like getting
out. I think men in general, we just got to we got to get into like a group chat, like every guy in the world in a group chat. Like I'm talking about no women are allowed, no dykes, no studs, nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you were born with a penis, bro, you gotta enter this group chat, bro. But you gotta be from this side. Like you can't have been born with a penis and then switched over. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be on this side, bro. And I think we just talk. You know what I'm saying? We let out all our emotions as men. You know what I'm saying? And we just come up with new rules that we should follow, bro. Nigga, have the girl pay on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, at some point, women are gonna get lonely and tired of women because all women do is annoy. You know what I'm saying? So if we leave the woman with the woman, at some point they're gonna run back to us. and then yeah, but the expectation is gonna be different. Come on,
They're
bro.
like, I think even
I'm
like
cooking.
gender right now is being reevaluated. So I think everything can be reevaluated and changed over time. Would
She's
I know what
spitting.
that
I
looks
like her.
like? No, because I'm a female. So that's hard for me to look at what that would be.
Core of it is responsibility, but we also have a responsibility to care about our freedom, right? It's the inherent
That's
American
facts. And
dream.
you have the freedom to care about your
You have to
freedom.
go out there and fight for it, though, and it's a responsibility to go out there and pursue it.
Why is it that men will reluctantly accept their fate anytime an injustice is pointed out? It is what it is, or that's just part of being a man?
It goes back to all these questions that, as a man, I feel like you do have a burden of responsibility and more responsibility in general to make, your loved ones, your children, and your wife happy.
And how would our society react if we told women that they had a feminine burden of performance?
They wouldn't.
Probably not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that idea in our culture sometimes that we can't speak up for ourselves, and that is just complaining. We don't want to hear about it. I see that
Fact.
argument, but a lot of it is you have to go out there and advocate for yourself.
Well, how can men's issues ever be heard if we're told that real men don't complain?
They can't.
Yeah, I think that honestly, like
He's gonna
going
say
out
what I just said, but in a more sophisticated way.
there and complaining without a solution can be sometimes a bad idea. But outright, if you go out there and advocate for yourself, provide solutions in society, I think that's a
tell him, big
really
bro.
masculine thing to do, actually.
Why have men been tricked into thinking that it's unmanly to advocate for themselves?
Because all of a
You
sudden
know,
you're,
there's a-
you're sassy and you're a bitch because you tell a girl no and you stand up for yourself. Nigga, no. That'll make me sassy. N-O. You get to tell everybody else no, I can tell you no. Fuck.
A lot of feminist content out there where women are just kind of, I think women do ultimately.
Chat, I'm gonna put a poll up on my Instagram right now, bro. Hold on. Watching this video on stream. And I wanna know, is it sassy? Wait, where's the poll at? Is it sassy for a man to tell a woman no? Question mark. All right. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. There we go, chat. Is it sassy for a man to tell a woman no? I should have posted it earlier. It's okay.
Drive the dating conversations, and men want to.
We're gonna get the results tomorrow.
Being what they want from them. So, I think there is a factor there, but if you do it in an intelligent way, I think it'll work.
Do you believe that women were oppressed back when they were expected to be traditional, back before feminism?
Yes.
If so,
My son got a 24 on his math test talking about he did it for Kobe. I whooped his little dumb ass. Yo, let me get off Instagram again.
so, how are men not oppressed by holding them to a traditional standard today?
They are oppressed.
Why is our society not acknowledging that?
Men, I feel like men are not speaking up for themselves. I feel like
Because then they're seen as sassy. Yo, if a nigga was to express his problems with a woman in a relationship, the nigga soft, he a bitch. The nigga sassy because he talking about his feelings. Like, bro, it's no win, bro. It's no win.
women fought for where they're at now, and men stay quiet.
Is it possible that men stay quiet or aren't heard because they
She's so passionate about this and don't know what she's talking about, bro.
are oppressed?
Yes, absolutely.
So how are men supposed to be able to be heard if we're told that real men don't complain?
The same, I feel like the same way a woman spoke up.
Clock
If
her
women
teeth.
stayed quiet about they should be feminine, they should cook, they should clean, stay home with the kids. If women stayed quiet, there wouldn't be a change now today. They wouldn't have the option. It wouldn't be okay to be who they want to be today. So I feel like if men spoke up, it slowly but surely, it's not an overnight thing. It'll become a change will happen.
Why can't
No, it
men
won't,
seem
bro.
to fathom that things could possibly be any other
You too
way?
deep in, bro.
I think it's because right now you're shamed if you're not to that standard. And so, like, to take the risk and to change the path is a scary thing.
When you're born that way, hey, that's the line God gave you, and it is what it is. And you take your role and you move in power, or you succumb to it and become a bum. It's up to you. And as a woman, you'll support your man and make sure he is the highest of the highest, so that way you guys can go to the top and raise your children. Or go be single people. It's up to you guys.
Lastly, Harriet Tubman.
See that? You heard what she just said, right? If you can't take her to the top, she don't want you. Not climb to the top together if you can't take her to the top. All right.
Once said, I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. How does this apply to modern men?
No, ask a white.
Well, it's like the whole, like, there's so many people that are NPCs and they don't know it. So it's just, if you're stuck in a pattern, you don't see, like, even in a relationship, you don't see the problems unless you're an outside perspective. So I think it's that of, like, you don't even know what's going on sometimes because you're not taking an outside view on it and you're just stuck.
There's so many trappings in life, man. I think that people don't know what their life could look like if they were able to be freed from the so-called matrix, or, you know, all the trappings of life. It takes some time and it takes some self-discovery, but I think it's ultimately worth it.
Yo, I love his fucking videos, bro. Yo, that one girl, bro,